The cold is really starting to set in now. I can feel it sapping my strength. In any survival situation, there are three things you need to live by: adapt, overcome, and survive. Right?
Yeah.
You can't talk in a regular voice, you have to have an accent.
Yeah.
He's a little constipated right now. Ate some bad berries. Which brings us to our first lesson. When in the wilderness, in a survival situation like this, you're not going to have a healthy supply of food. Which means you can't eat anything except your own feces. When it comes down to it, it's best to just let them freeze and eat it like a candy bar. Think of it like a survivalist Baby Ruth. Just let it slide right down your gullet. See, the cold, when it gets semi-frozen like that, takes away a lot of the taste. This won't taste as terrible. Alright, now a lesson in climbing from the constipated man. In this instance, that's a perfect example of what not to do. If you do it like he did it, you die in a matter of minutes. Now, the second most important tenet of any survival situation is that you've got to know where you're going, as well as where you've been. Memory is key in these parts of the country. So if you don't know where you've been, how will you know where you're going? You won't, and you'll die. Which brings me to my next lesson. One mistake, no matter how small it is, will end in death. Maybe not physically, but certainly spiritually. These mountains have a way of killing you, both physically and mentally. They'll play games with your mind. They are not your friend. Right?
What?
Right. Oh, we have some natives up ahead. When dealing with the natives, it is important to treat them with respect and fear. They're a barbaric sort. The cold winds and blizzard snows have made them harsh and bitter and cruel. If they catch you, you will be eaten alive. They've just gone out of sight. Now, when it comes to answering the call of nature, you have two distinct options. Just drop them right where you are, or make a snowball like Adlai has. Wet the snowball in your urine, so that way you can suck on it and get some extra liquids as you're marching on through the dead of winter, like us. Winter, dead. If you find yourself in a situation where you have a colleague, a travel buddy, and you're both lost, facing the elements together, and one of them falls ill, maybe breaks a leg or something, Leave them behind. There's no mercy in these mountains, and there shouldn't be any mercy in you either. But first, it's important that you take everything that you think they could use from them. Leave them for dead, they're not going to survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. If you're not willing to eat the first dog, it'll eat you. So take what he has, leave him for dead, and carry on. That's what he would do for you. It's the survival's code. Give us our next lesson.
How to poop in the snow. Dig a hole and squat. Pretty much it.
Another inspiring lesson from a resident Neanderthal. The final lesson that I have for you is how to make a good bird call. In order to survive in any situation, I don't care what it is, if it's the frozen tundra, if it's the rainforest, down in the bayous of Louisiana, or even in the vast plains of Kansas, it's important to know how to make the ritual mating bird call for whatever native species live in the area. Because when you can lure them to you, you can trap them, and you can tie a message to their legs and release them back to find civilization. We don't eat the birds because they're God's creation. You have to have the utmost respect for the wild and its creatures. So instead, you use them as carrier birds, carrier pigeons if you will, even if they aren't actual pigeons. Now here's the climbing tutorial 2.0. Go. Suffice it to say, he doesn't know much about climbing. He will die in any survival situation, and I would take all of his belongings and leave him for dead. Now, Adelaide's come upon something important. Give it to me. Okay, never mind, don't break it up. These, you see here, the perfect toothbrush. Number one on your priority list should be maintaining proper hygiene. Maybe bring a little bit of toothpaste. Go on then. Go on then. Go. Bring a little bit of toothpaste. Shampoo and conditioner are a must. I prefer those with coconut oils. As the strengthening properties found in coconut oil is great for your hair. Leaves it with a shine, feeling strengthened, revitalized. Because let's be honest, you're gonna die. Doesn't matter if you do everything right. You won't survive out here. So the most you can do for your family is leave yourself looking fine, like a dime. Because if not, it's just going to be more traumatic for them. That wraps up our lesson here. I've got to focus on my surviving, or else I might not be able to get another one. Remember, I'll leave you with this. 3 rules of survival. Always maintain your proper hygiene. Always. Number 2, always leave your colleagues for dead after you've stripped them of all their valuables and anything you could use. And number 3, when in doubt, use the carrier pigeons, because they'll get you out. How do you turn this off?